Federal government exposes GUMI'S ally and 14 others as terrorism financiers. The federal government has uncovered the identity of 15 entities, including 9 individuals and 6 bureau de change operators and firms allegedly involved in terrorism financing. Details of the development were revealed by the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit on Tuesday night, entitled Designation of Individuals and Entities for March 18, 2024. The document revealed that the Nigeria Sanctions Committee (NSC) met on March 18, 2024, where specific individuals and entities were recommended for sanction following their involvement in terrorism financing. The Honorable Attorney General of the Federation, with the approval of the President, has thereupon designated the following individuals and entities to be listed on the Nigeria sanctions list, the document read in part. Among the individuals named in the document was a Kaduna-based publisher, Choko Mamu, who is currently being tried by the federal government for allegedly aiding the terrorists who attacked the Abuja to Kaduna train in March 2022. According to the document, Mamu participated in the financing of terrorism by receiving and delivering ransom payment over the sum of $200,000 in support of ISWAP terrorists for the release of hostages of the Abuja to Kaduna train attack. Mamu is an ally of controversial Kaduna-based Islamic cleric Sheikh Gumi. The document said one of the individuals is the suspected attacker of the St. Francis Catholic Church, Owo, Ondo State on June 5, 2022, and the Kuje Correctional Center, Abuja on July 5, 2022. Another was described as a member of the terrorist group Ansarul Muslimina Fi Biladi Sudan. The group is associated with the Al-Qaeda and the Islamic Maghreb. In the Islamic Maghreb, the subject was trained and served under Mukhtar Bello Akhtar, also known as One Hideout, led Al-Murabtun Katibat of Akim in Algeria and Mali. The NFIU said the individual specializes in designing terrorist clandestine communication code, and he's also improvised explosive device IED expert. The subject was also a gatekeeper to Ansar leader Mohammed Usman, also known as Khalid al-Bamawi. Equally, he was a courier and travel guide to Akim Katibat in the desert of Algeria and Mali. He's into carpentry. Subject fled Kuje Correctional Center on July 5, 2022. He is currently at large. Another was identified as a senior commander of the Islamic State of West African Province, or Kenne. The agency said the individual came into limelight in 2012 as North Central Wing of Boko Haram. The group is suspected of the attacks carried out around Federal Capital Territory and the Southwest Geographical Zone, including the June 5, 2022 attack on St. Francis Catholic Church, Owo, Ondo State. Another was described as a financial courier as to ISWAP or Kenne. She is responsible for the disbursement of funds to the widows and wives of terrorist fighters in the group. According to the document, another of the individuals in 2015 transferred 16 million naira to the terrorist convict. He was said to have received a sum of 189 million naira between 2016 and 2018. The same person is said to own entities and business reported in the UAE court judgment as facilitating the transfer of terrorist funds from Dubai to Nigeria. Another individual was said to have received a total of 57 million from 2014 and 2017. Another was said to have had a total inflow of 61.4 billion naira and a total outflow of 51.7 billion naira from his account. The document further revealed that in accordance with Section 54 of the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022, institutions and individuals are required to: A. immediately identify and freeze without prior notice all funds, assets, and any other economic resources belonging to the designated persons and entities in your possession and report same to the Sanctions Committee. B. Report to the Sanctions Committee any asset frozen or action taken in compliance with the prohibition requirement. C. Immediately file the suspicious transaction report to the NFIU for further analysis on the financial activities of such an individual or entity. And D. Report as a suspicious transaction report to the NFIU all cases of name matching in financial transaction prior to or after receipt of this list. It said the freezing obligation required above shall extend to all funds or other assets that are owned or controlled by the designated persons and entities, and not only those that are tied to a particular act, plot, or threat of terrorism or terrorism financing. Those funds or other assets that are wholly or jointly owned or controlled directly or indirectly by designated persons or entities. The funds or other assets derived or generated from funds or other assets owned or controlled directly or indirectly by the designated persons or entities, and funds or other assets of persons and entities acting on behalf or at the direction of designated persons or entities. Remember sometime, I think 2021, 2020, but between 2021 to I think 2022 or 2020, 2022, Dubai actually came out. Or was it Dubai? I don't know the people that came out and said that, they know people who are actually financing terrorism in Nigeria. At that time, Buhari was still the president of Nigeria. And when they say they had the list and the federal government confirmed that they actually have the list, we're happy. We're thinking, okay, they're going to give us a rundown of people who are actually financing terrorism in Nigeria. But the thing is, we waited and waited and waited. We even lose weight join. Nothing actually happened. Nothing happened. So maybe this administration has thought wise to do this. But my own is I don't have a problem with you coming out to read out these people's name or whatever. I have a problem with the government not prosecuting these people. These people are supposed to be prosecuted. And I've said it before, see this issue of terrorism, they should have a law, a standing law, meaning you don't need to go to court and start saying, my Lord, may I. The person commits terrorism, is part of the plan, you follow plan, or you follow collect money enter your account. My dear, if the person they suppose put them for life imprisonment, then true and what journey, you don't need to come out and start having a court case. If the person suppose what's it called? If the person suppose how am I going to put it? If the person suppose maybe they say they go execute the person instantly. No, my Lord, may I. Those long talk, no. Anybody way offend. You get some offenses where they call capital offenses. Those people, they don't need to carry their consider with where normal woman be there, because I'm not sure say they're normal. Alright, on this note, you have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. So I come your way next time. Enjoy the rest.